Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Dinkar and I welcome you all in this session. I hope everybody is doing great, feeling healthy and fine. Once again, welcome to the RBI Grade B Livemint News Analysis session. Every Wednesday, we are coming with Livemint News Analysis session in the 9 p.m. session. And once again, I welcome all of you to this session. We are been already running this series, successful series since last few months, and it's because of all your support that we are able to reach this session. So once again, thank you everybody for joining the session on time, at the same time supporting us in the series. So I may tell you that most of the news that you will be looking over here, maybe you have heard somewhere else. Okay, Livemint News Analysis, we are only starting just to make sure that we are covering all the important newspaper wherever the things are coming, so that you know that this news is also covered in this newspaper. So that is why it becomes more and more important to read about this. Okay, so the main basic objective of this is that is why we are doing Livemint News Analysis. We are not giving you some kind of static information over here. It is just like that we are doing analysis. You might be knowing all these information from the starting also in the current affair classes, but we are like linking the various other current affairs with the live news analysis, so that you may know that how this news becomes very important, because it is being covered at various places. So before starting of the session, may I know how many people are there in the session? They can just say hi, hello to me in the chat box, so that I may know you are here. You can just simply say hi, hello, good evening, whatever it is, so that I may know you are here, so that I can just simply start off with my session right away. So this is RBI Grade B Live Mint News Analysis for RBI Grade B Current Affairs, and we are pledging for your success. This course is offering you the live video batches which you are already here, right? And it will be covering the comprehensive coverage of the syllabus, because we are covering all the important news over here, which is the part of your news itself. Okay, then doubt clearing by the experts, that is by me. You will be getting all these doubt expert that will be done by me, and we are being very utmost to whatever the news are there, and whatever you wanted to ask, we are covering all things over here. Okay, and preparation guidance also you will be getting from all of us, and exam center study, since you are in Oliveboard, so you expect that we will be doing all the exam center study itself. Okay, now just 1 minute. Good evening, Bade. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I wanted to just do. Just 1 minute. Huh? Just give me 1 minute. Some technical issues there, so I just need your little bit support over here. Just 1 minute. Hi, I think now everybody can see, right? I think now you can see, right? Just give you confirmation and we'll just go ahead with our session right away. I can see, I think you can see right now. Okay, so this course is offering you the live video batches at the same time comprehensive coverage of the set. We have started this series for the July month, then we have completed the August, then we have started with September and then October. Under October also three lectures we have completed and today is the fourth one. Okay, today is the fourth lecture, right? So we will be knowing some of the two, three news, four, five news are also there. So we'll be discussing four, five news today. So the first is government to set up a grievance appellate committee that is also called GAC for the appeals related to the content takedown on the social media. Okay, so this government wanted to open a GAC in which if something is posted in any of the social media website like your Instagram, Twitter, Messenger, Google, Facebook, so if anybody do any kinds of complaint, so that content can be taken out by the social media. It should not remain in that. Okay, so there will be a grievance appellate committee will be there to address the unsolved complaints. Okay, and any kind of content moderation means if there is any change in the content that is required in any of the social media apps or any ott platforms are there, any new platform is there or any aggregator are there, so if there is anything which needs to be taken down on the social media, for that grievance appellate committee has been set up. Okay, so users can appeal to this committee, GSE committee, against any of the decision taken by the grievance officer. Okay, if user has asked the Instagram, Facebook, Google that we are not liking this content because this is very obscene and it is having some pornographic content or which is hurting the sentiments of the people, so if that platform is not giving too much of importance to you, so you can directly go to governance appellate committee. Okay, so they will be hearing the appeals against the decision of the governance officers. Okay, so this whole process will be empowering the user, because now user will be checking that if there is any kind of unnecessary thing, like if there is any kind of privacy policy, whether the privacy policies are being followed properly or not. So this all things will be available in 8 scheduled language of our country. Okay, so what kind of things that are there where the content can be of a little bit debatable, it's like the obscene things, pornographic things, then pedophilic works are there, then invasive the invasion of the other privacies are there. Okay, then bodily privacy complaints are there, any kind of insult, any kind of harassment or any kind of work related to gender, racially ethnic thing, objectionable things are there. So if any of these things are there, you can complain it to the, first of all, the company like Google, Facebook, you through their governance officer. But if they are not taking any action, you can directly go to the governance appellate committee and they will be taking the action against these aggregators. Okay, so if you think that is there any content that is misleading, any content that is impersonate, or if any content that belongs to someone else and showing someone, and any content which is harmful to the children's, if anybody who is infringing to the patent or the copyrights or anything which is like what we call it as threatens the unity, integrity, defense of our country. Okay, so these are the things which violates the law, they can be complained over there, and under the grievance appellate committee this can be taken out. Okay, so what is asking, harsh pranks, if the pranks are hurting any of these things. Okay, if pranks are hurting any of these things, or if like we are not talking about like something very normals. Okay, but there are something which directly hurts the pupil and something it is point out to somebody else. Okay, so that can be done in a way, because these are the things which are totally like too much flourishing, that is videos, unnecessary videos, sometimes pornographic video also, obscene videos, then invasion. Some people are getting into the invasion of other people. They have invasion of the privacy. You are taking the private pictures of anybody, or if you are just clicking the photos of anybody, okay, not even the pornographic material, but you are clicking the photo. You are not allowed to click the photo of anybody, right? So these type of things, if somebody, so this body is very very important, because once the people understand the power of this body, automatically the people will be then utilizing these type of social media platform in a more respectful way and in a more proper way. Okay, so this is regarding the grievance appellate committee. So we are talking about the October month. Okay, October 2022. So we are covering from July, and this is again October 2022. Fourth lecture is there. Okay. Then the news is about sovereign gold bonds, SGB. Sovereign gold bond first due dates for premature redemption of this series 5. Okay. So on 29th October, the 5 years will be over, like those people who have taken the gold bond in 2017-18. So after 5 years, so it is 2022. So after 5 years, you can do the redemption, premature redemption of your gold bonds. Okay, premature redemption of your gold bond. So this is the thing on October that has come, like 5 years has been over. Those people who have taken the gold bonds in 2017 and 18, so 5 years are over. Now they can do premature redemption of their gold bonds. Okay. So Reserve Bank of India normally announce the date of redemption of the premature sovereign gold bonds, but for the year 2017 and 18. Okay, so like if we say, if anybody buys in 2015, so after 5 years, that means he can do redemption in 2020. Okay, if anybody buys in 2016, he can do redemption in 2021. Okay, premature redemption I am talking about. Okay, after 5 years you can do premature redemption. So after every 5 years from the date of issuance of the sovereign gold bonds. Okay, so this time series 2017-18 series, the fifth series is going on, and October 29th is the redemption date. Okay, so after every fifth year, the gold bond you can redeem, on which interest you will also get, in which interest also you will get about that period of time. So why this gold and gold bonds are so much in news right now? Because we know that the love of gold for the Indians, we know, right? So people in India thinks that the gold is the more best option of investment than any other thing, because gold is having a very high liquidity value. You can directly convert the gold into money and money into gold all of a sudden, right? Even if you have a real estate, it takes some time. Any other investment, it takes time, but gold is simply highly liquidable. Okay, you can convert. So that is why gold is having a much more importance over here. Okay, so we are knowing that as the technology is advancing, we know that gold, if you keeping physical gold, it is off, people can do theft also. So there is a storage problem. So that is why the government has come up with the sovereign gold bond. Okay. So this will be backed by the government of India. So whatever you get in the gold, you will get in the sovereign gold bond, but you will be holding only a paper here. Okay. That will be equal to the gold. Okay. So this concept of sovereign gold bond has been launched by our government in November 2015. Okay. So this is a totally alternative to the physical gold. ओके, फिजिकल गोल्ड में आप फिजिकल गोल्ड अपने हाथ में रखते हो, और यहाँ पे आप सोवरेन गोल्ड बॉन्ड वाला पेपर रखोगे. ठीक है, राइट? सो वी नो दैट there are a lot of import and export goes on our gold. Okay, we buy too much of gold, even we sell too much of gold. Okay, so that is why there is a chance that people may try to steal that. Sometimes you have to give making charges, and lot of things are there. So keeping the physical gold have various other type of issues are there. Okay, so RBI thinks that keeping the gold bond is the more safer option. Okay, and there is a good amount of increase in the investor in these places, right? So how you can buy the gold bond? You can directly go to the authorized banks or authorized agent. Normally, the authorized agents or the brokers are normally the banks only. So you can go pay the money and take the gold bond from them. Okay, and if you wanted to redeem that after 5 years, you can redeem that, and the money will be transferred to your bank account. So it will be totally a white process, proper streamlined process. Okay, and you will also get this gold bond in the form of demat also. Okay, in the form of demat, because you can trade that in the secondary market also. You can trade that in the secondary market also. So what is the benefit of this gold bond? Because there are a lot of investors, some investor are giving the money in the real estate, some people are investing in various other fields than bonds and various other things. So investor wanted to diversify their portfolio. They wanted to keep their money at different places, so that at a single place, they should not invest all the things. You have heard that, do not keep all your eggs in a single bucket. Okay, similarly like that, diversifying. Okay, so in this sovereign gold bond, there is no risk of storage. Okay, there is no risk of theft. Okay, like they don't have to worry about the safekeeping. Okay, and bond is backed by the government of India. Okay, so that safety is also there with you, right? And you can redeem on the maturity or the prematurely. Prematurely always happen after 5 years. Okay, later the 7 years target is already there. Prematurely, if you wanted to redeem the gold bond, that will be only happen after 5 years. Okay, then you will get the interest also on your gold bond. Okay, at the current market price, right? So we know that in India, invest in the physical gold, you have to pay making charges. Okay, and all those things. So investing in sovereign gold bond is a much more safer option, and much more uh, like we can say that we can keep our money safe over there, right? And even the government has also exempted the tax on the capital gain from buying the sovereign gold bonds, and whatever interest you have earned on that. Okay, while the interest gained from the same is taxable. Okay, you can utilize this gold bond as collateral also, like if you wanted to buy something, like if you wanted to buy house, and you can, like if you wanted to take some kind of loan, you can put your gold bond as a collateral somewhere. Okay, so you can go and buy this gold bond from commercial bank, post offices. Okay, twice a year, only twice a year. But if you are not able to buy during the time it has opened, so there is an another way you can buy the gold bond. It is from the secondary market. Okay, because some people are there, whenever we launch the gold bonds twice a year, maybe people are not able to buy at that time. So there is another place where you can buy the gold bond is from the secondary market, where the trading keeps on happening in the share market. Okay, so those investors who have missed their chances, they can buy it from the stock exchange market. Okay, so the redemption, whenever you wanted to redeem this sovereign gold bond, it is based on the prices of the 999 purity. 999 purity means there are 999 parts of gold and one part of other metal. One part of other metal. Okay, right? So you can do this redemption, and the data regarding the redemption and the prices of the gold are being published by the Indian Bullions and Jewelry Association (IBGA). Okay. Now the next news. May I know? Yes, Wadi. You are correct. This has to be done, because otherwise people will be uttering unnecessary things in the web. Okay, so since web is so free that people, you also start your YouTube channel and you start seeing anything else, right? So that the things are so easy right now, so that is why some control is there, needed to be put over there. Okay, now Ministry of Mines to host first Northeast Geology and Mining Ministers Conclave on October 31st. So there is the first time Northeast Geology and Mining Ministers will be sitting in order to together, so that to find out what is the scope of the Northeast area in the geology, in the mining areas. Okay, so this is wanted, we wanted to provide a flip to the Northeast state, because we know that uh, we wanted to develop the Northeast hilly terrains, and various other places are there which are less developed. Because if we develop the area, mining is there, lot of tourism activities are there. So mining is one of the area, geology is one of the area which can be bringing some kind of development at that place. So this conclave is happened at Dimapur in Nagaland. Okay, So at the last state, that is Dimapur and Nagaland, that is great hadn't happened. So there was a lot of discussion that has happened in the mining areas, various geological activities of the northeast states. Right. So northeast state is also mineral rich area where you can have a good amount of petroleum products are there. Then various type of metals are there, coal is there, and things are there. So if we are able to develop, automatically the development of the northeast will also be happening. So that is why we wanted to encourage the exploration of that place. We wanted to auction the mines over there. We wanted to check the mineral rich northeast should develop, and which led to the development of this region. Okay. So that is why the central government is working in all the way possible for mineral exploration, mining activities all across the country, and northeast is one of the major area where they can do all these type of work. Okay. Just 1 minute. Anybody has any query to ask, they can ask me. Okay. Now, India gives environmental clearance for genetically modified mustard, that we call it as GM mustard. Okay, GM mustard इसको हम बोलते हैं, right? So, recently the government has cleared the genetically modified mustard for the pan India cropping. Okay, so genetic modified mustard. So this is going to be the first. This is going to be a commercial crop, first GM food crop. This is going to be the first GM food crop. Earlier we were having a BT cotton. Okay, but BT cotton is not a food crop. Okay, BT cotton we are using. So this is the first time GM mustard that will be used as a. So there is a committee. There is a committee that is called Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee, GEAC. It is a very important body in the field of genetic engineering. It is a very important body in the field of genetic engineering, and this body comes under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and they only give the approval for what to use, what not to use, if there is any type of genetic engineering that has been done. Okay. So this mustard seed are being lab altered, and this has been developed by the Deepak Pental. Okay, so the name you should know who is behind this whole thing. Deepak Pental is a scientist, and he is also a former vice chancellor of the Delhi University. They have worked for decade in order to work on this GM mustard concept, and they have lab altered the mustard seed to bring the GM mustard. So why we are talking about the GM mustard? Why we cannot utilize the normal mustard? Because India is the world biggest importer of edible oil. Why we are so much of big of मतलब कितना क्यों लेते हैं बाहर से? Okay, we are spending tens of billions of dollars of import cooking oil. That means we don't have even cooking oil also for our own. That means we are not able to satisfy our own cooking need. Okay, 70% of the vegetable oil is met by the import only. We are getting the oil from Malaysia, Indonesia, Brazil, Argentina, Russia. These are things are required. Farms are shrinking in our country because rapid urbanization is happening. So lot of areas require for the people to settle over there, and because of that farms are shrinking. There is a erratic weather patterns. Erratic weather pattern means sometimes the rain is happening, sometimes it is not happening. So there is lot of climate change issues are happening. Okay, so there is a threatening of the output also. Sometimes you get a bumper production, sometimes you don't get the bumper production. So we are totally dependent on that. Okay, so that is why GM mustard concept has come for this. India has allowed the GM cultivation in 2002 because we were using a modified cotton that we call it as BT cotton. Okay, but we have not till now have allowed any kind of food crop. But now this is the first time the permission has given and the approval has given for the launch of the GM mustard. So what is this GM mustard? GM mustard is only GM mustard, genetically modified DHM. That is Dhara mustard hybrid, DMH. ये सीड का नाम है. So GM crops are basically what is the GM crops? Why we are talking about the GM crops? because GM crops are being derived from the plants whose genes are artificially modified. Okay, we are artificially modifying the genes of other seeds, and we are inserting any other seed genetic material into that, so that we can provide them with new properties altogether. The properties can be, they can give increased yield, they may become tolerant to some kind of herbicides, sometimes they become totally resistant to disease or droughts. Okay, and also sometimes we can enhance the nutritional value. Okay, have you heard about the fortified rice? Here rice is being fortified with various minerals. Okay, so GM mustard is a DMH11 is a indigenously developed transgenic mustard crop. And why this is there? It is highly tolerant hybrid. It is herbicide tolerant seed is there. And how this has been prepared? This has been prepared using two varieties. One is the local Indian variety that is called Varuna, and East European early Hera 2 of mustard. So they both have been utilized for the preparation of the DMH11 mustard seed. Okay, so why GM mustard is necessary? We already know that we are importing too much of edible soil. By importing edible soil, we are giving our forex to the other countries. Okay, so we wanted to reduce our forex reserve. We wanted to reduce our agri import. Okay, and also we wanted to enhance the productivity also of the our agriculture crops. So in this process, genetically modified mustard, sorry, mustard, Bernase Burster system is required. Okay, so this is a very important system that has been utilized for the production of the genetically modified mustard. Okay, so what is this? What is the problem with the previous system? Previous system is that normally the seed require male sterility and female and fertility restoration system. But whatever the system that we were using earlier, that was conventional cytoplasmic genetical male sterility, there is a limitation of all this. There is too much of limitation of that process. Okay, in breakdown of the sterility, because the climatic conditions are not good, and because effective robust alternative for the hybrid seed production. Okay, so this is whenever any question comes, like Barnas's and Buster system is required for what kind of seed, so you can say that it is for the GM mustard. Okay, you should know this name, right? So this is for the GM mustard. Now BSC completes, Bombay Stock Exchange completes India's first successful EGR transaction. First EGR transaction. Bombay Stock Exchange completes India's first successful EGR transaction. So, what is this EGR transaction? EGR stands for Electronic Gold Receipt. Electronic Gold Receipt. So, here what is happening is that investors can buy the receipt. So, there is a gold vault. Vault is there. You come with your gold, and you will get the e-receipt of that. You will get the e-receipt of there on that can be traded on the exchange. That e-receipt can be traded on the exchange, and you can also trade your e-receipt for the physical gold. Like you take this e-receipt and go to any other place. Okay, you go to any other place and you show the result, and you can take, like, if this is vault 1, if this is vault 2. Okay, so you show this e-receipt, and from there you can take your physical gold back. Okay, so this is a very important system where you can also have a safety of your gold. So this is an electronic receipt that has been issued on the basis of how much deposit of the physical gold you have done. So this will be opening a new type of exchange that is called gold exchange in India. Okay, so the first transaction of this EGR transaction has happened during the Muhurat trading. During the Diwali, Muhurat trading happens, right? So it was done on the Muhurat trading, and it has been settled on the trading plus the next day, T plus 1 day. And the investors are really getting benefit of that, because it can provide you with a easy liquidity. access to the liquidity using the newly created EGR, right? So there are two products that has been launched, EGR 995 and EGR 999 purity. Okay, so they will be all done into the multiple of 1 gram and deliver in the multiple of 10 grams. Okay, so what is the meaning of 995? 995 means 995 parts of gold and 5 parts of any other metal, and 999 means 999 parts of gold and 1 part of other metal. Okay, so that is the purity that has been utilized for this. Okay, so what is the purpose of this EGR transaction? EGR helps you the safe and convenient avenue for invest in the gold. Okay, you can take the receipt, you can deposit your gold in the vaults, you will have a receipt, you can take the receipt anywhere without losing your physical gold. So trading happens in the gold. Okay, you can buy your gold, you can sell your gold, like a gold exchange that will be working over there. So this is about the EGR transaction. So it is like an electronic receipt. All the regulation will be done by the SEBI, like shares. You will be converting the physical gold into your demat form. Into the demat form you will be converting into EGR. Okay, electronic gold receipt you will be having, right? So exchange rate will be decided by and will be approved by the SEBI. Okay, the stock exchange. It will be working like a stock exchange. And there is a government has recently allowed that they will be funding the silver ETF also. Silver ETF also, exchange traded funds. Now the next news. SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, has crosses rupees 10,000 crore procurement. So this is the highest any body has procured in the GEM portal. Okay, that is a government e-marketplace. So this is the first time any government body or any public sector undertaking have crossed rupees 10,000 crore procurement in the GEM portal. Okay, so not Tuesday, 10,000 crore at the GEM portal. We know that steel is a central public sector undertaking, and they have provided an order value. Okay, order value of rupees 10,000 crore. It is not at a single time. Okay, it has been added all the time, and around 10,000 crore rupees of the order value they have taken from the GEM portal. Everybody know regarding the GEM portal. GEM portal from where the government orders. Okay, government orders, and maybe public sector, private, or public sector, they both participate in the GEM portal to provide the goods and services to the government. Okay, so right now, private party cannot buy anything from the GEM portal. Only government body can buy the things from the GEM portal. Okay, so we know that Steel Authority of India is the country largest steel making company, and that has an annual capacity portal. Okay, so how GEM portal works? So here in the portal, you go there, you put your order value, somebody will order it. Okay, safe procurement is guaranteed. Then once the work has been done, you can track your order, and delivery will be happening, and the card payment will be done, and it has have a total global reach. Okay, so this is how the government e-marketplace works, all from in the electronic form. Okay, so guys, this is all for today, and very very important news to all of you. Because of the success of our mentorship batch, we have given 100 seats earlier, but a lot of students were asking, sir, we have not registered for the mentorship batch. So we have recently released extra 25 seats. We have released extra 25 seats for those who have not subscribed to our courses. So only next the 25 seats are there. So registration is going on, that will be over by 27th of January. Okay, so registration are only open till 27 January. If you wanted to join the mentorship batch, here you will get a dedicated mentor, complete study plan material, and at the same time customized study plan you will be getting. So extra 25 seats we have released. Okay, so right now 125 seats are there, so 100 are already full, and extra 25 we have released because of the success of the program. And students are asking, sir, when the next mentorship batch will come. So we don't want it to make you suffer, so that is why we have released some extra 25 seats, because we cannot put too many seats, because we don't want to hamper with the quality of our program. Okay, so only 25 seats are there. So those who wanted to wanted to crack this RBI examination, you will get a total dedicated mentor, complete study plan material, proper customized study plan. So this program will be starting from 1st of February 2023, and 27th January is the last date of registration. So you directly go there, register for the program, and be the part of the success series. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Bye bye, and have a good night's sleep with my PIB session. Every morning at 9 a.m. I take PIB session, so I will be seeing over there. If you have any query, you can ask me right now. Do you have any query? Anybody has any specific query, you can ask me right now. I'm just waiting for 1 minute over here. I'm just waiting for 1 minute. Anybody has any query, you can ask me. Okay, good night, good night, good night, everybody. Good night. I will be meeting you again.